It's very important, even Minister Mason up here, we know at one time he was called Swade, and we're not to be offensive, but sometimes we don't like him, people that call him Swade, because we understand that God changed him from Swade to Minister Mason or Brother Mason, and sometimes when people attach Swade to his name, they're not always just out of habit or have forgotten, but they're really trying to say, I have not forgotten how you used to be. And they really said it in a slick way of saying, I will not accept the new name. I'm going to hold you to your old behavior. How many know if you've been in a house when people refuse to let you get out of the box you've been struggling so hard to get out of? Come on, somebody. You don't have to shout me. I'll shout myself on this message. I don't like old names. I'm trying to get to a place, and I understand that there's some things that have attached themselves to me. There are some labels that have attached themselves to me. Now, we have to be honest. Some labels I deserve because I did this stuff myself. Come on, somebody. Some stuff I chose, and the label came because I labeled myself by my own behavior. But at least give me the chance that when I try to make the change and try to come out of some stuff, at least allow the new name to first be represented. Come on, somebody. At least then be embraced. Come on, somebody. David had an awesome name. Every time you would say David, you really were saying love. Come on, somebody. Now, not only did he have an awesome name, but he had an awesome responsibility, because when you name something, people have an expectation from the name. Are you with me, somebody? I feel like I've been in the wrong church. I've been feeling like this last 3 Sundays. Y'all got to help me with here now. But the times in your life that they will not embrace your new name, but you need to embrace it. And when that name identifies you, come on, somebody, sometimes it can be positive, sometimes it can be negative, but I'm looking for a positive. Can you imagine the responsibility that every time somebody called your name, they said, hello, love. Good morning, love. Come on, somebody. See, we read it in the English and we read it as David, but it really means beloved. How you doing, love? Come on, somebody. Can you understand the responsibility that came with that name? There are times when you don't even want to live up to your name. I know I feel like that sometimes. I don't want to be pastor. I don't want to be apostle. But when somebody call your name, sometimes some stuff you won't do just because your name will put you in check. I guess I'm in the wrong church anymore. Can you imagine him trying to be down, but he couldn't be down because they said, hey, how you doing, love? There probably was times he wanted to be angry. He wanted to be upset, but they would call his name. I know you're going to make it, love. Come on, somebody. He had something attached to his name. He had a responsibility, and it wasn't a bad name. It was a good name. It's just it had some responsibility to it. Come on, somebody. And sometimes the name people give you, if they give it too early, it becomes a burden to carry it. Come on, somebody. I was a preacher child from 12 years old, and it messed me up because I had gifts, because I came to Bible study, because I studied my Bible. They started calling me a preacher at 12. Come on, somebody. But at 12, I didn't really understand the responsibility of the name preacher. Come on, somebody. I still wanted to cuss like the other kids. Come on, somebody. I still wanted to go out like the other kids, but every time somebody would say preacher, it would remind me of my destiny, but at the same time remind me of my responsibility. And if I could have just got rid of the name, some stuff I would have got stuck in. But because of the name kept reminding me that I don't care how bad you want to do something, don't forget what you're called by God. Oh, God. Like I'm in the wrong house. His name was love. Come on, somebody. His name was love. He had responsibility. They named his name. It means well loved, beloved. Come on, somebody. And have you ever had a name that you get tired of, but down in your spirit, you know that's really who you was? Down in your spirit, you knew that's who you were. They call you Christian. They call you saint. Come on, somebody. Have you ever backslided and somebody see you in the club and they say, I know you ain't in the club, Christian. Come on, somebody. Throw that name. No. They act like they ain't never did that before. I know you've been there before. The name sometimes, he had a responsibility. Now the good part about it is, it will always remind him of his future. His name was love. They expected love for him. Come on, somebody. You name your child Joy and she ain't got a smile on her face. You say, come on, you got to smile, Joy. Come on, somebody. It messes with your spirit. He had a name. Not only did he have a name, but he was the youngest son of Jesse. He was a Bethlehemite, it says in the Bible, which means he came from the house of bread. If you give me time, I promise to preach this. Not only did he have a name of love, he also had trouble in expectation because he came from the house of bread. He was born in a house.